represent the very best of our student body and will be remembered as an elite group of students at LSSC. This spring, we will induct 4 students into the Order of the Lakehawk, and today it is my honor to introduce you to one of those inductees, Mike for Positive Change. He has held multiple leadership roles, including president of the Leesburg Student Government Association, president of the Lake-Sumter chapter of the National Society of Leadership and Success, and the vice president of Phi Theta Kappa. His impact extended statewide as well as the Region 3 Assistant Coordinator of the Florida College System, SGA. Along the way, Michael earned the LSSC Student Life Leadership Award, the Lakehawk Student Leader of Excellence Award, and the Exemplary Student Leader Service Award. Michael leads with integrity, heart, and a deep commitment to the Lakehawk community. After graduating today, he plans to continue his education in the college's bachelor program in leadership and hopes to one day serve the college or a local organization dedicated to community impact. Please join me in celebrating the accomplishments of Michael Warden, our newest inductee of the Order of the Lakehawk. Michael, please come forward.
Congratulations again, Michael. It is my honor to introduce a distinguished leader in the energy industry, Mr. Curtis Wynn. Curtis became CEO of Seco Energy in December 2021, bringing his visionary leadership to the 7th largest electric distribution cooperative in the nation. As a graduate of the Florida College System himself, his roots in the energy sector began right here in Florida in 1981. Before joining Seco, Curtis spent 24 impactful years as president and CEO of Roanoke Electric Cooperative in North Carolina. With over 43 years in the industry, Curtis Wynn has earned a reputation for innovation, integrity, and inclusive leadership. His career is a testament to turning industry challenges into transformative opportunities, all while serving his community and advancing the cooperative mission. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Curtis Wynn as today's commencement speaker.
Thank you, Dr. Bird. Good morning. It is still morning. I appreciate those very kind words. Maybe I can buy you lunch later. Members of the Board of Trustees, esteemed faculty, staff, families, friends, and above all, the graduating class of 2025 here at Lake-Sumter State College. What an honor it is for me to be with you here today. And when I look out at all of you, graduates who have sacrificed, you have persevered, you've earned your way to this moment, I see something powerful. I see futures being launched. I see dreams being realized. I see the living proof of what happens when commitment meets opportunity. Now, some of you, I'm sure, have worked 2 or 3 jobs to get here. Some of you raised families while studying. Some of you are, as it already has been recognized, are the first in your family to graduate from college. And that is transformational. You're not just graduating, you're breaking barriers, you're changing legacies, you're opening doors that others in your family may never have imagined. I'm with you. I know what that feels like because I've lived it. Please indulge me as I do something that is very difficult, and that is to talk about my story and how I have lived it just like some of you have. See, I was born in the Panhandle, as Dr. Bird mentioned, in a little town called Graceville, Florida, the 9th of 10 children, in a home that didn't have air conditioning, proper insulation, or even reliable plumbing for part of my childhood. We lived in a rural area, in a home that many have considered poor or even dilapidated by any economic standard. But what we lacked in material things, we made up for in love, discipline, and faith. My mother was a force of nature. She was loving, creative, industrious, and deeply grounded in her Christian faith. When I was 4 years old, she suffered a terrible injury. A 12-gauge shotgun accidentally discharged while she was cleaning a closet, striking her in her upper thigh, leaving her with a severe limp for the remaining 35 years of her life. Now, being a resilient person that she was, she later gave birth to my younger brother, number 10. I know it's not Mother's Day yet, but I know she's up there looking down on her knee baby. So if you don't mind, give Jessime a happy Mother's Day for me. And to all of the mothers here, I wish all of you an early happy Mother's Day. More about her. When our family faced severe financial hardship, she stepped out of the role of homemaker and into the workforce, taking a job at Vanity Fair sewing factory to make ends meet. That was her first wage-earning job. Now, she didn't complain. She didn't quit. She did what she had to do. She was the kind of woman who bent but never broke. And witnessing that had much to do with me becoming who I am. My father had a 5th grade education, but was one of the most brilliant people I ever met. A World War II veteran, he was a farmer, a school bus driver, and a mechanical genius. He could fix about anything, especially the farm equipment that was critical could keep running during the fall harvest season, and was often called upon by our neighboring small farmers to help during those critical time-sensitive seasons that you had to get the crops in. But my dad had his demons. He struggled with alcoholism, which eventually led to my parents separating. But even so, he remained a part of our lives. He suffered a severe stroke that left the entire right side of his body paralyzed. I remember helping him build his own rehabilitation exercise machine on his front porch. I became the hands that were guided by his brilliant mind. He instructed me step by step how to build that machine. He always believed in making things work even when the odds were against him. See, these are the people who raised me, and from them, I learned about grit, ingenuity, faith, and resilience. Dr. Bird described some about my career, but I'll tell you that my career didn't begin in a corner office or at the head of a boardroom table. I started my journey in the energy sector washing trucks at my hometown electric cooperative, West Florida Electric, over in Graceville. While washing those huge trucks, I watched, I learned, I asked questions. I took every opportunity to understand the business. What do the cashiers up front do? What do these line technicians do? What about the customer service reps? What about the engineering teams? What do they do? So when I graduated from high school, I was very intrigued. I went into my general manager and asked him, would he consider hiring me as a line technician? I wanted to become one of those heroes who kept the lights on. He said no. Instead, he encouraged me to become the company's first full-time night dispatcher, a new job that was created to answer the telephones in the afternoons and at night when outages occurred. And on top of offering me the job, he encouraged me to go to college, for which the cooperative would pay full tuition and books. What a deal. I took it. Took him up on the offer and became a full-time Chipola College student and held down my full-time night dispatcher job. But in my eagerness to climb my way out of poverty, the next summer I was given a sabbatical to complete basic and advanced training for the U.S. Army National Guard. That allowed me to serve my country, earn some extra money, and take advantage of the military educational assistance program, which would also pay my full tuition and books. I know we've got some students in here who are math majors or are focusing on math. You're probably doing the math, right? You understand that each semester I earned and was paid the amount of my tuition and books. It went into this pocket right here. Finally, if that wasn't enough, I volunteered to drive the college bus transporting students who didn't have transportation to and from college, which also paid. In the 80s, $400 a month was pretty good. I took it. So with all of that going on, over the next 4 years, I finished college, 2 years at Chipola, 2 years at Troy University, held down a full-time job, part-time job, and more importantly, I finished college without a dime of college debt, no loans, in the black. Still at West Florida Electric, after graduating, I was able to put my degree in business and information systems to work. During my last semester in college, I was promoted to nighttime dispatch, from nighttime dispatcher to my first professional management position as their systems analyst. Later, promoted to supervisor of billing, later promoted to manager of member services, and finally promoted to the vice president of member services, marketing, and economic development. Now, these 4 promotions came over a 12-year span. A bit later, there was another occurrence that came up at West Florida, and our current CEO resigned, which led me to apply for his vacant position. They said no. I didn't get the job. I was only given a perfunctory interview that lasted about 30 minutes. Now, I could have let that stop me, but I didn't. Instead, it put a serious chip on my shoulder, one similar to the one that Tom Brady had when he first got into college and was trying to get into the NFL. Not long after being rejected by the cooperative, for which I had proven my worth over and over again, I was invited to interview to become the CEO at Roanoke Electric Cooperative in northeastern North Carolina. Now, from a group of 5 finalists, I was the last person to be interviewed. The interview lasted about 2 hours. But while the interview at West Florida only lasted 30 minutes, this time, only 30 minutes After the interview, I was offered the job, making me a new CEO at an electric cooperative, the first African American to do that at the young age of 34 years old. Now that moment was bigger than me. It was a door opening, not just for me, but for others who looked like me, whose story growing up was like mine, and for those who came from communities that looked like mine. And I knew once I got through that door, I had a responsibility to hold it open for others. I didn't want to just maintain the status quo. I wanted to transform how this cooperative worked and how it served communities. While at Roanoke, we launched some exciting out-of-the-box initiatives. I'll tell you about 3 of them. Just a little bit about that region. Roanoke was in the northeastern part of North Carolina, one of the poorest areas of the country. We developed a program called Upgrade to Save. It was to help low and moderate income households, most of whom were our members and customers, from being subjected to electric bills that were as high as $500 per month, mostly caused by the shape and the condition of their home, especially during those cold winter months when the members were trying to stay warm. We would help them make energy-efficient home upgrades with no upfront costs out of their pockets. And that program reduced escalating energy bills and improved thousands of members' lives and their quality of life. Another program we led was called the African American Land Retention Project. So many African American families in the South were once prominent landowners. But without wills or proper documentation, much of that land becomes heirs' property, which means it's leaving no clear title of ownership to that land, and it is eventually lost due to unpaid taxes. As a matter of fact, since 1910, Black Americans have lost over 90% of their farmland, dropping from approximately 14 million acres to 1.1 million acres, which translates to almost $326 billion in lost value. We sought to form partnerships with federal agencies and community stakeholders to help those families who still had land to clear those titles and connect them with forestry and conservation programs, turning that dormant acreage into revenue-producing, tax-saving, sustainable forests. That wasn't just about the land, it was about generational wealth, dignity, and economic justice. And perhaps one of the most exciting and important initiatives was helping to bring high-speed broadband and internet to rural communities that had never had access to broadband, unlocking educational, job, and entrepreneurship opportunities and access to telemedicine. Our work gained a lot of attention all around the nation. In 2009, I was asked to testify before the United States Congress on rural broadband and energy equity. As I walked into that chamber, I carried with me a whole journey. There I was speaking to lawmakers about the needs of communities just like the one I came from, the needs of families who were living in houses like the one I grew up in. The moment was about us, not me. It was about showing that all voices and people matter. Now, as a long-tenured rural electric cooperator, my life's work has been to fight for those who were once denied electricity, broadband service, and a decent quality of life. My peers from 25 other electric cooperatives in North Carolina were paying attention. And students, when you commit to going that extra mile and you're fortunate to do something that you're passionate about, do it. You never know who's paying attention. Those 25 peers were paying attention. They asked me to be the president of the board of that entity that was producing power for 3 million North Carolina citizens. They later asked me to chose me to represent them on the board of directors for our federal lobbying trade association serving 900 electric cooperatives who provide electric power for over 42 million rural citizens. Those 47 members of that board entrusted me to be their board president. which led me to become the first person from North Carolina to serve in that capacity. While there, I used that platform to help encourage my peers to embrace innovation and technology, to invest in digital equity, and to build a culture of inclusion, one that reflects the communities we serve. Now, close to where it all started, I do, as Dr. Bird mentioned, have the honor of serving as the CEO of Seco Energy. And let me tell you, we are both a power company and an engine for opportunity. Speaking of engines for opportunity, that is exactly what Lake-Sumter State College is. Seco Energy and Lake-Sumter State College has formed a number of very meaningful partnerships. We've partnered with this premier educational institution to provide equipment, resources, and support for the line worker training program that's over in Sumterville. Over the years, we've donated poles so that students can train on real utility infrastructure at that campus. We're collaborating with the college to secure federal grants to grow programs that prepare students for high-demand, well-compensated careers in the electric utility industry. We're investing in a future that includes you. Right now, the U.S. workforce is facing one of the greatest labor shortages in history. According to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, there are over 8.8 million job openings nationwide, but only 6.3 million unemployed workers to fill them. In the energy sector, it's even worse. Over 50% of the current energy workforce is nearing the retirement age, creating an urgent need for the next generation of skilled professionals. Within just the electric cooperative industry alone, thousands of high-paying jobs remain open as I speak, waiting for qualified individuals just like you. This is where you come in. Electric cooperatives like Seco Energy have a large responsibility, keeping the lights on for 42 million Americans in rural communities, powering businesses, schools, state colleges, hospitals, and entire communities. We offer a wide range of in-demand careers, line workers, as I've mentioned, engineers, cybersecurity and IT specialists, renewable energy technicians, business and finance professionals, and these jobs range anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 at entry level. I encourage you to consider the energy industry, and specifically Seco, if I can put a commercial out there, as a place to build your career. We need smart, driven individuals like you to power the future. If you're looking for a stable, rewarding career right here in Florida, Seco Energy is one of the best places for you to start. We proudly offer a mission-driven culture, one that is community-focused. We care about our people. We're all about innovation and sustainability. Now, graduates, I know many of you are wondering what comes next. Some of you may feel uncertain about your future, unsure how to turn that degree into a meaningful career. But let me tell you, your education has already given you a head start. Whether you choose to enter the skilled trades, the professional workforce, or continue your education further, there are multiple opportunities waiting just for you. Want a little bit of advice? I'm glad you asked. Be bold. Be persistent. Take that first step. See, I started as a truck washer. I was told no before I ever heard yes. But because I refused to give up, yes, I became a CEO and a leader across the nation. But your background does not define your future. Your perseverance does. I'm not the only one who broke new ground, let me remind you of a few other trailblazers to whom I do not even come close to comparing myself. Go all the way back in history. Abraham Lincoln grew up in a farmhouse, raised by an unpredictable mother, battled from one failure to another. He's arguably the best and most popular, influential American president ever. Nelson Mandela grew up in a hut in Transkei village, struggled for everything from his education to life under apartheid and jail time. Known worldwide today as the greatest African of the 20th century. Mahatma Gandhi grew up in Pobanda, India, married at 13 and extremely poor. His brother and family contributed to his trip to England for education. He became India's greatest ever leader and paid it forward by inspiring none other than Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., whose civil rights movement in the United States came about several years later. See, these stories remind us that no dream is too big. No obstacle is too permanent. Graduates, you didn't just survive school. You triumphed. And now you have something more. You have a credential. You have a calling. You have a choice. The question now is, what will you do with it? Will you build? Will you lead? Will you help others rise? Whatever you do, do it with purpose. Do it with pride. And with the awareness that your journey is not just your own. See, you carry the hopes of those who came before you and the promise of those who will come behind you. You are the future. If a young boy from Graceville, Florida, the child of a limping seamstress and a struggling genius, can one day testify before Congress, can build national programs that reshape lives, can break barriers from the truck bay to the boardroom, then there's nothing stopping each one of you. Nothing. You're ready. You're certainly worthy. You are the next generation of trailblazers. So congratulations, class of 2025. Now go lead the way.
Thank you, Mr. Wynn, for your thoughtful and inspiring message. On behalf of Lake-Sumter State College, we would like to award you with this special Lakehawk. We can leave it up here.
Thank you, Mr. Wynn. Good morning. It is now my privilege to recognize students with academic honors. These honors are calculated based on cumulative grade point average through December 2024. The commencement program includes a full listing of student academic honors. Students earning these distinctions will be recognized as their name is called to cross the stage during the ceremony. Phi Theta Kappa is our International Honor Society for community colleges. If you are a member of Phi Theta Kappa, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. The Academic Excellence Awards are presented to students who have maintained a perfect 4.0 cumulative GPA through December 2024. This semester, we have an impressive 53 students across all 4 commencement ceremonies who've earned the award. Students, as I call your name, please stand and come forward to the stage using the stairs on the left. Some of these students I announce will be recognized at one of our 3 other ceremonies this week. I'm going to read all 53 names. When your name is called, please come to the left. Audience, please hold your applause until all names have been called. Talia Abusaif, Cameron Adkins, Lily Ashton, Briley Back, Laken Berry, Emma Billingham, Milani Burgos, Carol Cash, Desiree Chavez, Jenny Creamer, Jadiel de Jesus Cristobal, Justin Crow, Donna Davis, Addison Ellison, Mina Ferrari, Jessica Gamboa, Nicholas Gaspard, Jason Globig, Gabriella Green, Paul Halecki, Kenzie Harris, Ashley James, Melody James, Davion Johnson, Kate Knight, Robert Karopkat, Hannah LaHue, Ella Makinson, Shelby Orabit, Olivia Otera Hemphill, Riker Owens, Cole Pittman, Maggie Potash, Carolyn Principe, Riley Rakowski, Brian Radula, Logan Reynolds, Roger Roden, Alana Rogan, Allison Shearer, Caleb Scholl, Isabella Scheckler, I'm in the S's, we're getting close, Chandler Shelton, Reagan Seigenthaler, Zarina Smith, Mitty Thomas O'Brien, Emmanuel Torres, Jose Villanueva, Reese Weldon, Noah Winslet, Aspen Winter, Michael Warden, and Landon Yutzi. Congratulations to all of our Academic Excellence Awards recipients. round of applause to congratulate all academic excellence recipients again. Okay, graduates. I stand before you now to introduce the moment you have all been waiting for. Woohoo! That's right, that's right. Students, will the candidates for graduation please rise? Students, please rise. Students, please rise. President Byrd, I have the honor to present to you the graduating class of 2025. The faculty have determined that these candidates have fulfilled the requirements of their respective Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Applied Science, Associate in Arts, Associate in Science degrees, and related certificates, and are therefore qualified to have these degrees and certificates conferred at this time. Students, you may be seated. I now ask Dr. Roland Nunez to please begin calling the students forward individually.
Thank you, Vice President Hogans. Will the first row of candidates please come forward to receive your degree? Erica Serena, cum laude. Melissa Lozano, cum laude. Savannah Barber. Julia Hamilton, cum laude. Eric Rubio, cum laude. Morgan Sloatman. Donna Davis, summa cum laude. Emilio Flores, cum laude. Nadia Cardoso. Crystal Van Houten Jones. Karen Wise. Ian Gimson, cum laude. Richard Odette. Brady Byers. Christian Cantwell, summa cum laude. Ryan Villeman. Camden Williamson, summa cum laude. Matthew Dumas, summa cum laude. Colby White, summa cum laude. Elijah Thurmond. Mackenzie Davis, cum laude. Lakin Berry, summa cum laude. Blake Sipi, magna cum laude. Jake Sipi, magna cum laude. Peyton Wise, summa cum laude. Morgan Rakowski, summa cum laude. Riley Rakowski, summa cum laude. Ella Makinson, summa cum laude. Mina Ferrari, summa cum laude. Mackenzie Davis, summa cum laude. Sherlyn Rodriguez. Chloe Cox, magna cum laude. Jason Globig, summa cum laude. Rodney Sussler, magna cum laude. Ethan Tesmer, summa cum laude. Sydney Pickle, summa cum laude. Grace King, cum laude. Andrew Merchant, summa cum laude. Danielle Arsenault. Roger Roden, summa cum laude. Anthony Talarico. Riley Fitzgerald. Ty Floyd. Brian Bertoff. Chase Booth, summa cum laude. Rosalind Knoll. Gabriella Hewitt, magna cum laude. Alora Chochuri. Nicole Masonette, cum laude. Abigail Jolly, summa cum laude. Destiny Hamberlin, cum laude. Levi Palmer, summa cum laude. Piper Livingston, summa cum laude. Braylon Lunoris. Carolyn Cannon, summa cum laude. Mark Nader, Gabriel Paredes. Galilea Lozano, summa cum laude. Faith Sullivan. Soraya Cazanes. Ashlyn Farnham. CJ Strobel. Elina Burns. Bryce Gibson, magna cum laude. Nathaniel Raver, summa cum laude. Rachel Holteling. Addison Sicotelli, summa cum laude. Chase Rice, summa cum laude. Isabella Folgore, summa cum laude. Sebastian Rise. Carly Playman. Holland de Groot. Jason Dufresne. Emma Howell. Logan Reynolds, summa cum laude. Jennifer Salome, cum laude. Abujif Rajiv, summa cum laude. Emmet Atherton. Kiana Neek, magna cum laude. Michaela Bowes, summa cum laude. Jessica James. Maggie Potash, summa cum laude. Kate Knight, summa cum laude. Arthur McFurry, magna cum laude. Michael Warden, summa cum laude. Michaela McKenzie. Juan Garcia Rodriguez. Dane Williams. Jaden Schreibman. Etzer Lalaine. Smaiduna Buzil. Anthony Lementier, cum laude. Lilimore Young Holm. Jad Jabur, summa cum laude. Annabelle Shook, cum laude. Nevaya Reed McKillop, summa cum laude. Emma Billingham, summa cum laude. Sydney Hunter. Courtney Weatherspoon. Landon Adams. Holly Ann Kraus. Jennifer Denmark, cum laude. Zulfia Wagner, summa cum laude. Catherine Blount. Paul Halecki, summa cum laude. Rachel Colson.
Will the candidates for graduation please rise once again? By virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Florida, the State Board of Education, and the District Board of Trustees of Lake-Sumter State College, I hereby confer upon each of you the appropriate degree or certificate for which you have been recommended, with all the rights, privileges, responsibilities, and obligations pertaining thereto. Graduates, you may now move your tassel from the right to the left. This day signifies a new beginning and bright future for each of you. In addition to receiving these new credentials, you can now call yourselves alumni of Lake-Sumter State College, an honor you will carry with you for a lifetime. Graduates, please turn and face the audience. Members of the audience, it is my pleasure to introduce you to the 71st graduating class of Lake-Sumter State College. Please join me in applauding their accomplishments. Graduates, please be seated. Today is the start of an exciting new chapter, brimming with opportunities and adventures waiting to unfold. During your time here, you've not only gained knowledge, but also formed lasting friendships, conquered challenges, and unearthed a resilience and strength within yourselves that will carry you far. Your journey has been a testament to growth, determination, and courage, and I am so incredibly proud of the remarkable individuals that you have become. As you step forward into this next phase, pursue your passions and with unwavering dedication. In the pursuit of what you love, you'll discover fulfillment and purpose. Never forget that as Lakehawks, your legacy is defined not just by the titles you achieve, but by the lives you uplift and positively change, and those you inspire in your community and beyond. Embrace every challenge as an opportunity to grow, and let your passion illuminate your path through the unknown. Be bold in your actions, brilliant in your pursuits, and courageous in your dreams. Always remember, the impact of one determined individual can transform the world. Everyone, please join me once again in applauding our graduates. I would like to ask our faculty marshal, Nora Rackley, to the podium to close the ceremony.
Well, you did it. Give yourselves one more round of applause. Yes. You guys did the hard thing, and now you can go on to the next hard thing knowing you can do it, right? I am so proud to be able to congratulate you on behalf of faculty. We are all proud of your accomplishments and excited to celebrate you today. Students and guests, you are invited to take photos outside after the ceremony. Members of the platform party, Swoop, our mascot, and many of your faculty and staff will be available to take photos and congratulate you. Students, please wait to be dismissed by row. Guests, please remain in your seats until after the recessional has ended. You may then proceed outside to meet your students. Thank you. It is now my privilege to declare that this, the 71st Commencement Ceremony of Lake-Sumter State College, is closed.
vision, always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living. Didn't know how, but I always had a feeling I was gonna be that one in a million. Always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living. Shooting for the stars, but I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a time, but I always had a vision. Always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living. Didn't know how, but I always had a feeling I was gonna be that one in a million. Always had high hopes. We ain't here for a long time. We're here for a good time. We ain't here for a long time.